A new extreme sport is emerging.
时速能达到180到200左右。
And it's first-person view, or FPV drone racing.
When you wear these goggles, it's like being inside it.
Part virtual reality, part engineering, and part video game. We met a small group of pioneers of China's FPV community in Beijing.
应该属于一帮科技的比较潮的人吧，就是极客。
Including some senior ones.
刚刚在这里飞，穿越飞机，穿越我们头顶。
And witness their efforts to turn a novelty concept into a mainstream sport.
所以说，他们觉得这东西未来需要走很长的路。
空中 F1嘛，在空中竞技的这种感觉，就有种星战的感觉。
Video game programmer Ho Guancheng still remembers the thrill when he first played a real-life version of the racing video game.
我最开始应该是大概在14年底、15年初，通过网络还是看到了一些国外的视频，当时就觉得这个东西太酷炫了。
我总觉得就老外比中国人会玩，这是特别深有体会的。
Zhang Zinan and Ho Guancheng knew each other from online chat forums on model planes in 2015, when there was nowhere to buy a finished drone. The assembly and tuning of components, which can only be removed from other devices, require a lot of professional knowledge. This made the model plane pilots the first drone flyers in the early days.
我叫孙景桥，是北京航空航天大学56年的入学的学生，学的是飞机设计。
Fixed wing and helicopter sports have quite a long history in Beijing. 81-year-old Sun is a legend in this circle.
在61年、62年创造了一项世界纪录，就是当时是苏联保持的飞行距离是20公里，我们飞了91公里，飞到了天津。
Mr. Sun was among the first in China to study quadcopter, and he's sticking to what he learned during his professional career.
那么，怎么飞4旋翼就离不开固定翼的训练呢？这里就有一个对空气动力学的理解，靠操纵反应要快，他们也来体会一下固定翼飞机的这个飞行特点。
An old master may be more experienced, but young apprentices tend to be more gutsier.
的确，之前也给老爷子们准备过这种东西，让他们去尝试，但是这个东西对他们来说还是有点太过刺激了。
Since its inception in the U.S., FPV has been not only about racing, but also about a mixture of street culture and adventures.
Much like skateboarding, I'm always comparing the FPV culture to skateboarding. There's a personality and there's a vibe that you get from skateboarding, and FPV is starting to have its own.
A way to express this spirit is to fly those places that a pilot may deem challenging but meaningful.
比如说，你看胡同穿越，我们在胡同搞一穿越；我们在宜家家居里面搞一个穿越机比赛；我们在首钢里面举办一个穿越机比赛；北京的游乐场里面搞一个穿越机比赛。
After years of being individual pilots, Ho and Zhang have grown into reputable competition organizers in the Chinese capital.
这个赛道所有东西都是我设计的。比赛最开心的就是别人飞机炸了，开始欢呼，就特别开心。
Andrew Camden was also invited by both to today's indoor race called Tiny Whoop. Currently, this American FPV icon is spending more of his time in China.
All the manufacturing and innovation has to do a lot with China. Most all the components that my company makes, we have manufacturing partners in China. So this is kind of the hub of products.
Because of that, this sports emerged in the US and China almost at the same time around 2015. But the American market is much more mature than China's today.
国外可能有一些资本，他们觉得这东西是一个以后有机会的发展的那么一项运动，就是他们觉得这个东西足够打动他们，然后他们就会push这项运动。
Zhang thinks Chinese investors fail to realize the potential of this market because they never treated FPV as the real sport.
那这样就发展起来会很难，一定会比国外落后1至2年。
Only the future will tell if drone racing will really soar to new heights in China.